All right. We have an alpha that we know the name by now. Communism will win. The last one we had of theirs was 2526, which is two of the numbers are swapped places. Now we have 2562. But yeah, the last one we read of there was 2526, which was the one where like I think it was a fungus. It was definitely a mold that like showed like that basically like spread more on areas where people died, and then like the colors changed and telekinetic powers happened. Like it's almost like it seemed like the place was haunted because of how many people died in that area. That was 40 SCPs ago, damn. But now they wrote RTFM. Ow. Why is it hurting so much? RTFM, okay. Here we go. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures -A and B are contained in type 2 humanoid containment cells at site 17. They are permitted 1 hour visiting time daily. Otherwise, standard amenities and precautions associated with D2HCC are in place. -A has no special medical, dietary, or psychological requirements and has standard risk rating of 2.5. Is that a date or is that like a 2500? Okay. -B has a standard risk rating of 253 and it's undergoing treatment for type 2 diabetes. Material altered by -B is kept in document storage cabinet 32C-E. Oh, this is one as well. It's one of the Gar misters. Gamers against Reed misters. Gotcha. Okay. I was like, what is Gar? And then I saw Gaming Against Reed nicely highlighted and I was like, that's what it is. Description: SCP-2562 is a collective designation for 2 genetically identical human males designated -A and -B. -A possesses a tattoo on his right palm reading Mr. Top Text by Gamers Against Reed. -B possesses a tattoo on his left palm reading Mr. Bottom Text by Gamers Against... Is it top text and bottom text like the meme format? SCP-2562 possesses the ability to alter text by placing an index finger within several centimeters of it and deliberately affecting the charge. Depending on the medium, this may entail the addition or deletion of ink, data, etc., or alteration of physical objects that represent the text. SCP-2562 do not need to understand the material or identify it as writing to effect these changes and claim to possess no control over the particular nature of the alterations. You didn't get to that part yet. I didn't? I thought, didn't we have one of the misses that was part of the Gamers Against Reed already? I thought we did. -A alters text by the addition of additional content near the beginning of the text in question. Let me read that again. -A alters text by the addition of additional content near the beginning of the text in question with no alterations being made more than 30% through the text or extending the total length of the text by more than 15%. The additional content takes the form of elaborations upon the existing content, typically making implicit content explicit and... I feel like I'm reading like... this was written by one of the... fuck! What is his name? The one guy in the one like lead priest in Fire Force who goes like... like, you're necessary... You're necessary. You're like, what did you just say to me? Your uselessness is uselessly being shown. And he's like, what the fuck? The additional content takes the form of elaboration upon existing content, typically making implicit content explicit or deriving inference from it, in a style consistent with the original text. In the case of constrained forms of writing, such as sonnets, additional text may instead manifest as an annotation presented as a supplement to the text. Okay. -B alters text by replacing content from the end of the text with the phrase bottom text. This exact phrase will appear regardless of the original language and style of the text. again, kind of like the meme format there. Up to the 13% of the original material is removed in this process. Text altered by -B retain the ability to convey the entire meaning. Readers will understand and respond to -B the same way they would the original text, with the exception that subject cannot recall the wording of content excised by -B. -A is generally cooperative with Foundation staff and has used its abilities to assist Foundation cryptanalysis efforts on occasion. -B will typically refuse to cooperate with any request except under duress or when offered a substantial reward. I always wonder how GAW does do this. They're supposed to be the shitpost guys. I mean, how does Dr. Wondertainment create anything? Like, we never know, and we probably never will find out. Document 602-A and B were both instructed to use their anomalous properties by altering the text of the poem Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley. Text added by -A has been called pink, while text added by -B were called green. Oh, you fucking know I will. Formatting the thumbnail like a meme? Of course I will. That was the first thought when the moment I saw this. I was like, this is easy money for, for the thumbnail. Okay. I met a traveler from an antique land who said two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk a shadow village lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor will those passion read which yet survive stamped on these lifeless things. The hand that mocked them, and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look at my works, and mighty in despair, nothing besides remains, round decay, with the colossal wreck, bomb text. And here we have diminished Ozymandias, let his power be heard through travelers, gossip, and no more. There we are, the Benedict ship post. That was, yeah, there you go. Oh, here we have document 618-A and B, both possess identical copies of this document at the time of recovery. Is reproduced below in its entirety. Holy heck, you just found yourself your own, very own Mr. Top Text and Mr. Bottom Text by Gamers Against Weed. Yeah, because we had this one, Mr. Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Which one was the literal serial killer? Did we actually? Yeah, that's coming up next. So we did have one. I had a feeling we had one. Because I remember the Monty Python, the Holy Grail one. Has cool pals and a twin brother to hang out with. Bottom text, who is Dr. Wondertainment, collect them all and become Mr. Gamer. Yeah, I remember this. And here we have interview logs. Several interviews with SB256 were performed by Dr. Steele, except from 2 have been selected to accompany this document. Now I think about it, it's the reason why. Yeah, that explains it. So that's why Zeno thought I didn't read that yet, because usually Zeno is gone by the time I reach the other half. And I'm pretty sure Casabon, you saw me read that one before you left, or you at least saw the beginning of it. So that explains why. That's why that explains the misunderstanding or the confusion. No, they don't have powers because it takes them a while to make anomalies. Maybe they're just lazy, man, like... Just because you have superpowers doesn't mean you always want to use them. Dr. Steele... okay. How did you first meet Mr. Bombtext? He was the first thing I saw, the very first thing I remember. And that he remembers. Is browsing through the science fiction section at the public library. It took a minute to touch base. Decided we were twin brothers and went right back to it. Your situation didn't strike you as odd? Compared to what? I knew what most people didn't appear out of nowhere like that, but I also knew we weren't most people. We knew right from the start how our abilities worked. It didn't bother me all that much, really. I was more interested in seeing their collection of Asimovs than anything. Dash A image is also representative of Dash B. It makes sense because they're supposed to be twin. If you want, you can't read Mr. Just as the tattoo. It's not an SCP, it's just in the anomalous item log. Huh? That makes sense. And at some point, you start using them on the books of the library at the library. Complaints about materials altered by SCP-2562 at the public libraries alerted the Foundation to SCP-2562's existence. Dash A, that we did. Mr. Bombtext would go around teaching everyone's books, said he was doing them a favor, and of course I had to go after him and try to make up for it with my own effect. You had to. He was depriving them of the joy of reading. Sure, he would cram all of that meaning into 2 words, Bombtext, which was nice if you're in a hurry, I suppose, but good writing is more than just getting the point across. The words matter. But your own properties can interrupt the pacing and flow of the writing, even when it's stylistically consistent with the original. Dash A appears uncomfortable, sighing and breaking eye contact. I guess, but when the writing isn't that good, when it leaves things out, I know some people aren't all that good at reading and they could use a bit of hand there. It's useful for that at least. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. You've clearly given this topic a lot of thought. Did you start off like that, or did you have to grow into it? I always cared. He does too, he just won't show it. I had time to develop some opinions on it in the 2 days before people took us in. I see. How's your relationship with Mr. Bombtext? Well, what can I say? We get on each other's nerves, but he's my brother. Yeah, sorry, didn't catch your typo. Anomalous item, extra normal event, strange location are good reads. Oh god. So many more things that you guys want me to read. He's all like, oh, you're depriving the joy of reading, blah blah blah. You know what people can do with the time I saved them? Read more stuff. I asked you about the first time you met. I bet he literally said he deprives him of joy of reading. He's so predictable. Care to comment? No, I don't care. I thought that was obvious. Fine. How do you feel about him personally? Actually, I want to talk about video games. I finished talking about Mr. Top Text. You ever played Super Smash Bros. Brawl? No, I haven't. It sucks. Hey. Hey. I get like 2 hours a day with that Wii, and I wasted on Ship Brothers. Anyway, you were asking about my brother. Probably. Cool. Because I'm going to talk about him. I give him shit because he deserves it, but I can kind of see where his thing's coming from. It could be nice to have things spelled out. Don't tell him said that. I'll never hear the end of it. And I'll do my best. He's a sellout though. Told me he was helping you guys break codes, and I'm thinking, what does he get out of it? He's actually not even a sellout because he isn't getting anything out of it. Like, are the codes any of your business? He's so nosy, I bet that's what he gets out of it. I can't comment on that. Oh, well then I'm bored. Conversation's over, bottom text. You can't skip real life conversation by saying bottom text. Bottom text. This dude lost my respect because he doesn't like Smash Bros. I know, I in the moment he was like, Smash Bros. Brawl sucks, I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? 18 years later, finally I read every single SCP. Now you get the read details, items, event, location, project. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not. I chose every single SCP, which joke SCPs and SCP Explained still counts part of it. The tales can be like some like subscriber specials, but I'm not gonna read all the tales whatsoever. That's no. You can forget that. It's a meme of someone hating on the coolest thing ever. I mean, yeah, bomb text is like basically just like taking the most joyful things and just be like, just simplify it, just make it easy. Don't make it, don't spell it out, don't make it complicated. But yeah, you know, I will definitely use the top text full like spelled down bomb text be like absolutely empty. Just bomb text. You know that's going to happen. You know that's going to happen. Yeah, all caps as well. All caps as well. Without a doubt, that shit's gonna happen.